Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. I'm fully triggered right now, and so, in this video, I'm going to explain why that's the case without the use of any fancy cuts or flashy editing or anything like that. Just going to sit here and talk about the fact that I am mad, bro. I'm salty. So, let me explain why. Actually, you know what? Let's start this off with a quote from a good friend of mine. It goes something like this.
The lack of a DLC3 trailer can consume a man so deeply that it will blacken his heart and swallow his soul.
Yep, that was Nikolai, in case you couldn't tell. Terrible impression, admittedly. I've got a sore throat, sorry. But gives you an idea of what this video is going to be about, right? So DLC 1, I'm just going to take a sip of water real quick. DLC 1 was released in February, right? February 2nd. And it was announced in December. Just think about that. An entire month for us to get hyped over the map itself, the location, the story that was going to be told in the map itself, all of that over an entire month. So, that's great. DLC 1 also was a great success. It was fantastic, right? I'm sure all of you will agree that DLC 1 was a pretty good map. DLC 2 was then released on April 19th, and again, we had a large amount of time thanks to a maybe accidental, maybe leak that happened about a month before the map came out. Okay, released on April 19th, fell a little bit flat. Just a little bit, okay? There's plenty of fun stuff to do in that map, there's plenty of depth, there's plenty to explore, the story is plenty interesting, but it was just a little tedious. There were just a few too many bugs, and it wasn't quite on the level that Horizon Draha was in DLC 1, okay? So, that's great. DLC 1, good stuff. DLC 2, But since then, what have we had? What have Treyarch given us? Well, they've given the multiplayer guys a new specialist, some new weapons, contract, all that cool stuff, all those systems, yep. That's been put in place. Very nice. But for DLC 3, for the DLC 3 Zombies map, for any of it, we've had no trailer, we've had no teaser, we've had no promo image, we've had no accidental leak, we've had no Insta, no Snapchat, no Facebook, no YouTube, no Twitter, no tweet, no nothing, no sentence for the map itself. Why is that? Why is that when DLC 3 should be releasing in a couple of days? Maybe July 5th, maybe at the latest, July 12th. That would be a late release for the map, but it's looking like they may well do that, okay? And yet, we've had nothing. Zero. Why? Why is Treyarch doing this? Is it that they're trying to be ridding themselves of the predictability that people are obsessed with the trailers and the map packs and things like that? I've spoken to Jason in the past, and he's very aware that people try and predict when things are going to release and say, oh yeah, it's going to be the 7th, definitely, yeah. And then he's like, well, you know what? I'm going to put it on the 8th instead, just to troll you. Just because I can. Like, I know that Jason is completely capable of doing that, but it just seems weird to me that they would go so long after a map that didn't get received as well as the first DLC 1 did after Zetsubou. There's just been silence. And I just don't think that it's healthy. I don't think that it's doing them any favors to give us this huge gap. People are going to look back at the the Black Ops 3 life cycle and go, yeah, love that one. That was a great game. Yeah, smashing. Apart from that bit in the middle, where they just said nothing at all, and the entire community started pulling its own hair out because of the drought of information, the drought of intel, the drought of everything for the Zombies players, because instead of catering to us in any capacity at all, they're sitting there going, new specialist? Yeah, let's do that. Lovely. New multiplayer weapons? Sounds good. DLC 3? Zombies? No. None of that at all. Silence. What will get the community most hyped up for our new map pack? One of the most important maps in Zombies history. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, this map is going to change everything. It's the culmination of the Black Ops 3 Zombies storyline arc that was set up in Shadows of Evil, that was set up in Origins. This map is going to tie into a bow so much of the story that we have so far. And yes, I know that DLC 4 is going to do that for real, right? It'll do that in more of an entire and complete and comprehensive sense, but DLC 3 is the last map in which we are going and getting a soul, okay? I find it extremely unlikely to think, or I think that it is extremely unlikely that we're going to get to DLC 3, they're going to release it, they're going to get Nikolai's soul, and that's going to be that. And they'll just leave us guessing for what could happen in DLC 4. I don't think that that is possible for a second. DLC 3, it's going to be so important. And I just can't help but feel, as I'm sure you're aware, such a big fan of this mode, right? I am an absolute super fan of Call of Duty Zombies. I freaking love this story so much. And it just doesn't feel right that they have built this story for so many years, and now just when we're about to get the final 2 maps of Zombies, the final... Can I just say that again real quick, if you don't mind? The final 2 maps, and this is what they're doing. This is the final stumble before it ends. The brackets will be put in place, and we'll be left thinking, cool, blimey, those brackets were great. Only issue was that I lost interest 3 months prior when they said nothing about DLC 3, and we were left going, yeah, Nikolai's soul, huh, yeah. We've known about this for how long now? We've known about the location for how long now? And they have given us nothing else? It's driving me nuts. It really is driving me nuts. Am I too invested in it? Do I want it to succeed too much? Do I have something obscured from my vision? Is there something that I just haven't realized about how this game needs to be designed, or needs to be released, or needs to be marketed? What am I missing? Why is it that they think this is a good idea? I don't know. I'm angry about it. I'm salty about it. I think that it's only going to harm the game itself. Maybe I'm missing something. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If it's that they need more time to make the map, I'm all for it. I'm completely fine with that. That's something that I can completely accommodate in my grand scheme of things in my head of, oh, well, we were going to be getting a DLC on July 5th. Maybe they needed some extra time, and so they're going to release it July 12th or sometime later. Maybe that's the case. Whatever. But talk to us, man. Zombies has been the neglected child for so long, and to sort of start to get rid of that for Black Ops 3, and for Mark Lamia to say, Zombies is now a tentpole, yeah? It's a core feature of the game. It's something that they've devoted a lot of time to. They have an entire 300-person Zombies team dedicated to that mode. What's going on? Where is it? Where is it? To go from being the neglected child to the tentpole and then get silence again? Treyarch, what are you doing? Sort it out. Please. Thanks.